Okay, here's a video. Um, Basically, I've racked my head, and it drives me up a wall. Um, I'm the type of person that I can't just give up on things. I got a strong drive and dedication to accomplish my goals, and just giving up is not one thing I can do. So, at the point of my end of my rope, I am asking people who have been in the code, know the code, devs from Code Club, any modder who has that knows the information or ran across the information at some point while going through the code, um, could help me out here and help me find out what's going on here. Basically, I've been in the server.jar, the common.jar, and I have been in the client.jar, and I have been hovering everything. I have just went through the client.jar because I normally don't go through the client.jar, but I just went through the client.jar for the last about 2 hours now, and I have been sifting through every single, almost everything. Even though I knew the information wasn't going to be in there, I checked anyway. And I would go up here, and basically I would go to all the import statements, and I would hound everything down in here. I check all the imports, and every file format, the imports off of that, and the imports off of that. So if anybody has any information of where to get this information to make this work, I'd appreciate it, because I have checked. Basically what's happening here is I can get a tile border there, I can get a tile border on the old floors, but when it comes to my new floors, this tile border shows here because I'm hovering over an existing floor. But if I'm over here on one of my new floors or on this side of the floor, I can't get a tile border. It only shows up if I'm on an existing old floor. So this is what's driving me crazy right now, because I cannot find this where it's at. And without that tile border, you can't plan walls. You cannot sit down and plan a wall without that tile border. And that just makes my floors useless. And I love variety. I love creating a lot of stuff. At one point I thought maybe it was distant textures that were causing the issue, so I went in and started adding distant textures to my existing textures, except for my staircases. I haven't put those on yet, or created their distant textures, but as you can see, my other floor tiles, I've already created the distant textures for those. At some point I'll go and create those, but right now my main thing is getting this done right here, is finding out where in the code to tell it to put this tile border on the borders of my floor tiles, because I mean, it hovers over it. You can get the information off the floor, but when you go to the side to try to create a wall, you get no tile border on that floor to create that wall. And I have been all up and down this code. Like I said, I have been going through here. Maybe I'm overlooking it. Maybe I've missed it. I have jumped through every piece of code. I've scrolled down slowly, checked out every method, and every time I look, it looks like it's coming back over here. And this is what confuses me, because it looks like it comes back over here and it says basically look for the floor material, and that is the floor material enum. So it should just go through the floor material enum until it reaches the bottom, and it should automatically find my floors. That's my understanding right now. So I'm not understanding why it's not catching my floors and then throwing the tile border on it, because so far everything that talks about the tile border has nothing, it has no array or anything telling it, here, use these numbers, here, use this. It basically sends the array to the floor material, which is this enum right here. It sends it here. So yeah, that's what's so confusing right now, is I have racked my brain trying to figure it out. But if anybody knows any information, or has run across the information, or wants to take a stab at it to find out the floor tiles, any information will help. Thanks.